What would you do if everything you believed was shaken? Joseph's faith was tested when he faced the impossible, and his journey with Mary showed the power of trusting God through uncertainty. Joseph was a carpenter, a man of integrity, betrothed to Mary, who was known for her faithfulness. But when Mary revealed she was pregnant, Joseph's heart broke. He knew he wasn't the father, and the explanation Mary gave, that the child was conceived by the Holy Spirit, was difficult to understand. Joseph wrestled with the decision. He loved Mary, but the law allowed him to divorce her publicly. Not wanting to shame her, he resolved to end the engagement quietly. That night, as Joseph slept, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream. The angel's voice was clear and commanding. "Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins." Joseph woke with a start. His heart raced as the angel's words echoed in his mind. He realized that this was no ordinary dream. It was a divine message. With renewed faith, Joseph chose to obey. He took Mary as his wife, protecting her and the child she carried, knowing that God's plan was unfolding before him. Months later, Caesar Augustus issued a decree. Every man must return to his ancestral town to be registered for a census. For Joseph, this meant traveling to Bethlehem, the town of David, his ancestor. The journey was long and grueling, nearly 90 miles over rocky terrain. Mary, now heavily pregnant, rode on a donkey as Joseph walked beside her, guiding them through the wilderness. Each step tested their endurance. The days were hot, the nights cold, and the roads were crowded with travelers. But Joseph and Mary pressed on, driven by faith and the knowledge that God was with them. When they finally reached Bethlehem, the town was bustling with people who had come for the census. Exhausted from their journey, Joseph searched desperately for a place to stay. Every inn was full, doors were closed, and rejection met them at every turn. But Joseph refused to give up. Finally, an innkeeper offered them a stable, a humble shelter where animals were kept. Joseph and Mary settled there, surrounded by hay and the soft sounds of animals. It wasn't what they had envisioned, but they trusted that God's plan was still at work. Joseph's story is a testament to faith in the face of uncertainty. From his dream to the difficult journey to Bethlehem, he chose obedience over doubt and trust over fear. Mary and Joseph's journey reminds us that following God's plan isn't always easy, but it's always worth it. God's guidance often comes in ways we don't expect, and his provision is always enough. How can we trust God more deeply in the face of challenges? Like Joseph, can we obey even when the path seems unclear? Faith doesn't mean having all the answers, it means trusting the one who does.